The reading for December 28th is Luke chapter 2, verses 39 through 52. This is, of course, later in the life of Christ. And when they had performed everything according to the law of the Lord, they returned into Galilee to their town of Nazareth. And the child grew and became strong, filled with wisdom, and the favor of God was upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up according to custom. And when the feast was ended, as they were returning, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem. His parents did not know it, but supposing him to be in the group, they went a day's journey. And then when they began to search for him among relatives and acquaintances, and when they did not find him, they returned to Jerusalem searching for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were amazed at his understanding his answers. And when his parents saw them, they were astonished. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you treated us so? Behold, your father and I have been searching for you in great distress." And he said to them, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house?" And they did not understand the saying that he spoke to them. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was submissive to them. And his mother treasured up all these things in her heart. And Jesus increased in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and man. The incident of the temple is an interesting and confusing one. First of all, you see he goes for the Feast of Passover. He will again be in Jerusalem for the Feast of Passover at the end of the gospel when it comes time for him to be crucified. And so he is going there and he's talking with all of these teachers about the scriptures, and in fact, even the prophecies. And I wonder if there's this understanding that this 12-year-old really is headed back to Jerusalem at one point. He must be about his father's business and in his father's house. This is where he was destined to be, was in Jerusalem, and he knew it. Of course, his parents lose track of him, thinking that he's among them when he wasn't. They have a bit of embarrassment at this, is probably why they reacted the way that they did. And yet, Jesus is patient with them and is submissive to them, and even says that he increased in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and men. When we say that Christ, that the second person of the Trinity, became man and took on human nature grows. And so this would be, according to his human nature, he increased in knowledge, in wisdom, in stature, he got taller, and in favor with God and men. People began to trust him and seek him for advice, because even at 12 years old, he could keep up with these rabbis in the temple. It tells you that unencumbered by fallen nature, that we are capable of so much more in our understanding and grasp of doctrine, of scripture, and of theology. But this is the reading for December 28th, Luke chapter 2, verses 39 to 52.